I mean, what do you think about that?
Okay, then we're back.
Well, I
and,
think that
this is a little
honestly,
video where
I
guess
see your
we call
point,
it
and I
addendum
agree with
follow-up
it
to
to
an
the
old video
extent
I
that
did called
certainly
Faux
if I was
Fans, where I
Disney,
talked about
it is
basically how
madness
fake
to
fans
proceed in a
basically
trilogy
ruined
without having
the video game industry.
a through
And
line for all three films.
so
I mean, in the
bring that
very
up. We also have a
broadest
second
sense,
topic
you know, you've got to at least have,
Saturday morning
for
cartoons,
the sake of simple coherence, you want to
which isn't going to
adhere
be
to
so much talking
what
about
was
it,
set
it's telling
before,
you
the
what
plan,
next topic
you know, a
for
blueprint.
Sci-Fi
You
Power Hour
can
is.
deviate from it a little bit,
Sweet.
but you know,
So,
you've got to have a
without much
vision
ado, let's
because
get
you've
into
spent $4 billion on this.
So here we go. I've always found it really funny where people are like, man, I'm a fan of whatever. You know, I'm a fan of this. It's like, okay, I'm a fan of this. I'm a Metroid fan. I'm going to use a Metroid fan as an example. People say they're Metroid fans and they love the Metroid franchise. They know what Metroid's about. You ask them, okay, what Metroid games have you played? They always say Metroid Prime, more often than not, or maybe Super Metroid. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Did you play any of the other games of the franchise? No. Then how the hell are you a fan? When you've only, like, there are 12 Metroid games, okay? 12. If you only played 2 of them, how the hell are you a fan of Metroid? I mean, it's the equivalent of me going up to someone and saying, hey, I'm a fan of Harry Potter. Okay, well, which books did you read? Oh, I only read the first one. Then how the hell are you a fan of Harry Potter when you only read the first book? That makes no sense. But that's the level of, I'm using air quotes here, fan we have here today. Tons of people who claim they're fans of something, and when you get down to it, it's like, well, which ones did you play? Oh, I don't play those games. Then how the hell are you a fan? Seriously? And I know some people are going to get mad when I say that. They're going to be like, well, how dare you, sir? You shouldn't say that. But, I mean, I'm just simply telling you how I feel. Alright? So, you might ask yourself, why is this a problem? Why are faux fans a problem for these franchises? Because, and we've seen this, you know, with Metroid Prime Federation Force and Star Fox Zero. People who consider themselves to be fans but don't really appreciate or understand the history behind what they think they're fans of, and then they get mad when something changes. I mean, I'll give you a non-Nintendo example. People who claim that they're fans of Killer Instinct, and then Killer Instinct, the reboot comes out, the Killer Instinct reboot from Microsoft, and they're like, man, I don't, you know, this game has auto-completing combos, but the original Killer Instinct had that. Yeah, you really don't know what the fuck you're talking about, do you? I mean, that's basically what we're dealing with here, and that's the problem with gamers today, is that, you know, there's a lot of gamers running around that think that, well, you know, these people should cater to me. Okay, are you gonna buy the product when it comes out? Yeah, if it's like this, or this, but that's not what the product is about. That's not what it's supposed to be like. Oh, well, shit, fuck 'em. That's basically what we're dealing with here. And it's sad because, you know, there's some really good games out there, but that's just how I feel. So with that being said, I mean, I don't really know how to fight the fake fans. I mean, and I don't think we should. I mean, look, maybe the way I think we should deal with fake fans is maybe educate them in a you know, in a non-confrontational way, like, hey, you know, this was always something that happened in these types of games, or hey, did you know this has always been a thing? And then maybe if we go through that, maybe we'll be like, okay, this is what we're dealing with, alright. Fair enough. I don't think that the current model that is being done with the faux fans, getting confrontational makes them defensive, and then they get, weird. So maybe we should not be so confrontational, and maybe they'll be less weird. But those are just some of my own personal things. So that being said, let's move on to the second topic. Saturday morning cartoons and upcoming events for this week's Sci-Fi Power Hour, and why I changed the time for this week's BS Busters. So I'll get into that after the cut. So let's get to the first part of this second half of the video first. Basically, I just find it amusing, well, kind of sad that Saturday morning cartoons went away. And I know some people are going to say, you're a grown-ass man. Why do you care about Saturday morning cartoons? I don't care, but I think that not having Saturday morning cartoons kind of is something that kids today are missing. Like having something that can't be binged, that you sit your ass down and you watch, is, it's kind of sad that they're missing this experience. Like when I was a kid, we waited for X-Men to come on, and the Incredible Hulk, and Spider-Man, and the Looney Tunes show, Bugs and Daffy. Like, no one has a cartoon block anymore, except for maybe Cartoon Network, and that's it. Like, no one else has anything where you're like, okay, well, it's good that we have this. And it's sad because, it's kind of necessary to have, in my opinion, these types of things. But, it is what it is. So, in the comment section, give me your thoughts about cartoons that you may, Saturday morning cartoons you may remember that you enjoyed. And, I won't answer them in a subsequent video, but we'll definitely talk about it in the Sci-Fi Power Hour this Saturday at 7:30 to 8:30. Also, this Friday, instead of Sunday, we're doing BS Busters Friday because it's Friday the 13th, and, well, it's an ominous day. So, this BS Busters, we're just going to be talking about scary movies and scary video games that we used to watch and we enjoy. So, look forward to that, all that fun jazz. So, that being said, that's the end of this video. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. If you would like to be a panelist on the Sci-Fi Power Hour or BS Busters, or if you just want to comment or complain or whatever, don't hesitate to leave your information. You can also reach me at Matthew Wesley 91 at Mr. Red Fox at Twitter, hashtag. I think that's it. If not, I'll correct it in the comment section. So there you go, folks. That's where we're going. That's what it is. Keep it real. Keep on keeping on. And that's the end of this video.